friends. The fourth and final freedom guaranteed by the First Amendment to the United States Constitution is the one that most people have no real idea even exists, because it's been largely forgotten, not just by the public, not just by people like you and me, but also by so many people in the law and in the government. It's called the right to petition. And what it legally allows you to do as somebody residing within the United States is to reach out to the government, write them, talk to them, call them, and make a petition or a formal request for a, quote, redress of grievances or consideration of your problems, your thoughts, and your suggestions. Yeah, you may not know this, but you do have a constitutionally protected right to call the government itself, not just your senator, not just your representative, and express any issues that you may be having. Explain to them how policies that they've put in place or voted for are helping or hurting you or your community, and even make suggestions about what you think they should do in order to better help your community. This is a privilege that is derived from both the English or the British Empire's Bill of Rights that was created in the 17th century, as well as the Magna Carta all the way back in the 13th century. The idea that regular people can ask the government to reflect on their suggestions and, here's the kicker, respond to them. This is what separates the right to petition from just freedom of speech, being able to say something to the government about the government. Under the original construction of the right of petition, if you write the government with a formal request, please think about this idea, please reconsider this policy, government is obligated over the course of its formal proceedings, like a session of Congress, to respond to those concerns. Now, they aren't obligated to do whatever you say, but they are required to explain what their answer to your question or your concern is and why. The goal here reveals a lot about how the founders originally wanted government to coexist with regular people like me and you. But the founders believed, if you made the government regularly sit with and listen to the concerns of regular people out in the towns, cities, and villages of the United States, that you would create a government that had to be both more aware of how its actions were impacting others, and also to improve its rhetoric, its ability to explain what it was doing and why, and try to sell that to the American people. Here's why, even if we don't agree, I believe what I'm doing or voting for is best for you. Here's why I am making the decisions I am as an elected official. The idea was this regular communication would bring government and regular people closer together, even as levels of power and geographical distance between them grew. Unfortunately, as I said, this right has been all but forgotten and reinterpreted in recent years to be basically an extension of the freedom of speech. You can say something to government, but they are not directly obligated to respond. Just keep in mind, as far as I can tell, this is not necessarily constitutional, and you do have a right to a response and a dialogue with your government.